Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we have an extra special treat. We have not only a fake Gardevoir EX from Primal Clash that we can't see, but we also have a real one to compare. So I guess this will be the first comparison. Maybe we can do a test to see with the green screen which components are missing, and then if they aren't the same components, then it's not the same green, and we know exactly what's going on. Certainly some weird stuff going on here. So we'll start with the fake. Already kind of looking real weird. I didn't look at these Gardevoirs before hitting play, or record rather. So it'll be interesting to see. We got some weird effects going on here. Our Gardevoir text is shiny. So the whole card on the fake looks a little bit shinier in general than the real one. Here our HP 170 is not super duper filled in. So we'll have to compare that. And here we go down the border. We got rosette action. So it was professionally printed. Maybe we need a little bit less light. We get too much reflection off this there, so turn that down a little bit. It might be easier to see what's going on. Here we have our 20. It looks like it's shining straight through the 20. Shining straight through our 100. It'll be important to look at when we do our comparison. We have our, it almost looks like an 8-bit text here on our bottom stuff. So it'll be interesting to compare that, see how it looks. Not to mention which parts are shiny and not shiny. Should be a giveaway. Here we go. We can check our copyright as well. We got a very blocky text, which I would imagine is going to be different. Although I can't confirm that until we actually look at it. Alright, our Pokemon on the back. There we go. So our border is looking a little fishy already because it's not a nice solid blue like we're used to. It looks like our rosette is a little bit messy into the blue. And here we go. Our P, not the worst we've seen, but certainly not clean by any means. We don't have that nice checker pattern in the yellow portion. And our shadows on the P hole and the P line are certainly a little fuzzier than they should be. Alright, so let's get the real guy on here as a comparison. Let's compare our basic right off the bat. You can tell just holding them next to each other that they're very different. So here's our basic on our real card. You can see that it's not shiny on the text, and the text is also a lot more solid. We do have a really weird and awesome grid pattern going on here on the real copy, which I didn't know existed. It's kind of cool to see under the microscope. Let's compare our two texts. So it looks like our text is spot on, but other than the fact that our real card is going to be solid black, like most Pokemon cards here. Now our EX is yellow on our fake, but shiny on our real one. Pretty cool. Man, that grid is really cool in the holofoil. It's kind of neat. We're learning something together. I did not know that was a thing, and that's probably why we have all these kind of speckles on the fake card. It's trying to replicate those squares, but just can't without having the actual foil itself. There we go. We see some more parts on the fake card that's on the bottom that are transparent when they shouldn't be. Let's do a border comparison. We can do a border comparison like all the way down, basically because are the identical card, so we'll see that it's essentially just a copy. And we get a lot of that blurriness because it's probably extremely hard to scan something that has this much foil and replicate that on a fake. So I would say that these are probably even harder to fake than a real card or like a standard traditional Pokemon card, just with the foiling itself. Like, unless you have those exact same materials, there is no way that you're going to make that look the same. Kind of a cool effect here that we can make them both shine at the same time with the light. Alright, let's take a look at our bottom text, see what's going on there. So as I thought, our text on the bottom here that looks really blocky and like 8-bit kind of thing is probably due to the fact that it was scanned and shifted more so than being intentional. So it's a dead giveaway in itself. Let's compare our set symbols here if I can get them to not overlap. Again, with the black is like transparent on the fake, but solid color on the real one. And even these areas where it's supposed to be solid and not have the foil shine through, it is most definitely shining through on the fake. Let's check our energies down here. So we can do a comparison of the energies. Again, with the black ink, it's almost like the fake has it looks a lot more shiny across the entire card because it's almost like the ink was light enough that it let the foil shine through. And I don't know if that was just something that was their best attempt at making it stand out. So let's see here. We got on the fake, they actually outlined the retreat in Pokemon 2015 Pokemon. And they actually changed. It looks like they changed the font on that part, which is kind of weird. Not sure. Maybe that's why it's the blocky font. That's just the closest thing they had, or I don't know if that would have anything to do with copyright laws. You would think that no matter the location, it shouldn't really matter. Maybe they're trying to make it just different enough that they can claim it's not the same. So here we got our text is different. And then everywhere where it's trying to emulate these like foil areas, it's not doing a very good job. Very cool. Nice to see something a little bit different too. Let's make sure our fake card is on the bottom so that when I rub it across here, I'm not scratching the real card. Let's compare our P's. So here's real P. And we can probably turn our light up a little bit now that we're not shining directly onto foil. Let's do a super close-up version. And we'll have to do a back and forth, but could be useful. So here we get our nice checker pattern in our P hole, and then we get the clean shadow on the P hole and the bottom part of the P. Now if we go into the fig guy, we see not a great checker pattern, and our shadow is very, very dirty. Let's compare our two borders. You can tell just side by side that they are not the same color. The dark blue being the real card and the spotty blue being the fake. All around, I guess there's some other little details, like certain foil areas, areas that are foil on the real card are this like yellow, filled in yellow. It'd be interesting to see those fake Charizards. You can usually eyeball most of them. So here where it's supposed to be foil with that like white outline, they did the white outline, but then they just fill it in with yellow, which is kind of strange. You would think that they would just put foil there instead. Even if it's the wrong foil, it's probably a closer match than what they're using, but hard to say. it could have been limitations of their equipment or their software or time. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. See you next time. Make sure you subscribe.